Welcome to Life on the Wabash, your home for the lighter, brighter, happier side of your community. We'll cover places to go, events to explore, recipes to try, and information that makes your life easier or more fun. Let's dive in.
Good morning and welcome to Life on the Wabash. I'm Lindsay Varamis.
And I'm Ireland Jones. Our goal is to show you a new side of your community.
Consider this a pathway to discover more. Fun facts, new businesses, upcoming events. This is also an educational effort. Boilermakers like Ireland are helping to produce this show while learning about TV production.
Now for today's show. Come with us to Rush by Two Tulips as the local sorority boutique blossoms with the new expansion in Lafayette.
Plus, balloons like you've never seen them before. We'll meet a local artist sharing creative ideas for your next event.
A community push to read. Together, details on this year's big read, including how to snag a copy.
You might recognize Greater Lafayette in this just-out sci-fi novel. A local teacher and best-selling author shares his inspiration and how Vail might end up on the silver screen.
18 years and countless masterpieces. Art on the Wabash is back this year and turning Tapawingo Park into a celebration.
What's next for Lafayette? We'll hear from the mayor about city priorities this season and what he hopes each of us will take advantage of.
Life on the Wabash starts now.
Books often take us away to other worlds and places, but today we're getting a preview of one that reflects home, albeit in a very different way. Vail, a brand new title in the sci-fi horror section, is set largely at Purdue and in West Lafayette. The local connections don't end there. The best-selling author behind the book is local too. Joining us now is writer Jonathan Jans, better known as Craig Schaefer here. Before we dive into your book, I want to talk about the double life, teacher by day, author by night. How do you juggle it all?
It is a lot some days, but I think that I always keep the teaching at the fore, and then I write and edit as much as I can and do the publicity whenever I can. But I think as long as I prioritize the teaching first, it kind of sorts itself out.
So for those who don't know you, where do you teach?
I teach at West Lafayette High School, junior, senior high school, and I teach 8th grade through seniors.
Okay, well, the topic of the day is Vail, your 19th book. Can you tell us about the storyline?
Yes, it begins with people being abducted by something invisible, and we're not sure what's doing it. The main character's son is taken in the first scene, so that's not too extreme a spoiler since it happens right away. And pretty soon these disappearances are global. And eventually it becomes like an apocalyptic event. And the main character loses basically everybody that he loves and becomes desperate, as are all the other people who have lost loved ones. Over at Purdue, they have figured out a way to see the creatures, or at least they think they have. There is a person who had a catastrophic car accident, and he is the only one who can see them in the world. And by replicating his brain injury, they believe that they can see the creatures, do battle with them, and get their loved ones back. So my main character is one of the 5 volunteers for this extremely dangerous experimental procedure.
I'm glad you mentioned Purdue because that's one of the unique elements of this. When local readers look at this, what will we recognize?
Oh my goodness, so much. So we live 4 blocks or 5 blocks from Purdue, and so the house in the novel is our house over in the Hills and Dales neighborhood. I went to Purdue for both my undergrad and my graduate work. And so this place to me is like a second home. So we have the Union, the Stewart Center, the tunnels under the campus. The physics building is where a lot of that's where the procedure is going to take place. The Neil Armstrong Building, Mackey Arena, Vaughn's Books. My main character is a science teacher, a high school science teacher, but he also owns a bookstore, which is called the Constant Reader Cafe, because he's a big Stephen King fan, and Stephen King's readers are known as constant readers, but it's really Vaughn's. And I got to tell the owner of Vaughn's this the other day, and he was so cool and so excited. Yeah.
So this one generating a lot of buzz already. I hear there might even be a movie in the works at some point.
I would love for there to be. My movie and TV representation right now is in talks, so nothing is definitive yet, but I think that it's very possible that it could be optioned at some point in the near future. And if that were to happen, that would be a lot of fun.
What does it feel like as an author when you finally see it hit print?
Well, it's funny, it's changed over time. And when I first started to see my books in print, it was just terrifying because I was so afraid. I was afraid to go near them because if I opened the book, I was sure I'd find a dozen mistakes and a lot of things I wanted to change. Now it's gotten to the point where I just kind of get excited. So for Veil, one unique piece of excitement, a lot of my books are audiobooks, and a lot of them are really, really good. This one particularly, there's a narrator named John Perhala who has been nominated for it's an Audi Award. It's the Oscars of audiobooks. He's been nominated 3 years in a row. He won 1 year. He is an extraordinary actor, and I've just been listening to my own audiobook just to hear him. So it's been so much fun.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And remember, you can find Veil in print in your local bookstore, as well as on audiobook and ebook too.
If that's not enough to get you reading, here's another literary opportunity. The Purdue English Department wants all of us to pick up the same book and read together. The effort is called The Big Read. This year's selection, Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Organizers kicked things off earlier this month at the West Lafayette Public Library. Program Director Elise Taylor shared some key facts about the book, while emphasizing what The Big Read is all about. She hopes to see campus and community members bonding over one shared reading experience. Ultimately, she says it's about sparking conversations about the sustainability, culture, and our relationship with the natural world.
We choose a book every year and create different events around that book. Each book individually, I think, finds meaning in different ways. I also think that it has the ability to bring people together. So if we're all able to look at the world and see it in a different way, and see it in a more hopeful way, it allows us to share that hope with one another.
Copies of Braiding Sweetgrass are available through local libraries and campus partners, so you can join the conversation. To learn more about upcoming Big Read events or to get involved, just head to the Purdue English Department's Big Read website.
We're outside Two Tulips Boutique on Main Street, and with Purdue Panhellenics Bid Day fresh off the calendar, it's the perfect time to check out their new expansion of Rush by Two Tulips. Let's head inside.
Hi there, welcome in.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
This is such a beautiful store. I heard you had some sorority stuff, and we'd love to check it out.
Follow me.
Oh my goodness! Look at all of this. This is such a one-of-a-kind store. What inspired you to start the sorority line?
Okay, well, thank you. So my daughter went to DePaul University. She was in a sorority, and she asked me as soon as she got her bid if I would buy her some merchandise. And so I went to research it, and there's no local storefronts in the state of Indiana. In the back of my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, why doesn't someone do that? Fast forward, I go to visit relatives at one of the SEC schools, and there's a beautiful store, very similar to Two Tulips. They have an annex room that carries sorority merchandise. The owner comes out and tells me all about how they closed the store to do bid packages and everything, and I was just so fascinated with that. And so anyway, I ran into the owners, Carla and David Watkins, who own Two Tulips, and over a couple glasses of wine, I just pulled out my phone that I had all of my dream ideas in my notes, and this is how it came about.
Yeah. The backstory.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
yeah,
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thanks.
How do you feel like the shop has evolved and changed since adding on the sorority line?
When I started, I only started with 10 sororities at Purdue, and that was in August of 23. And then by March of 24, we had grown to 17 houses. So it quickly was, something that was needed or wanted. And then with our online sales, we've now reached 80 different schools across the United States. Yeah, it's just bringing in so many more people, and we're so grateful. This space was a former flower shop, and it became available in February, and we were just out of room.
What is really catching people's attention? What's the favorites?
So this summer, these little gold shelf letters they're flying off the shelves. We're constantly reordering those. These cute little bags, these are called our Chanel tote bag.
Those are adorable.
Yeah, so they're very cute. They were cute for the summer. They're cute. They're still cute. This year now we are introducing the
How cute is that?
the bow tumbler. It's very cute.
That's adorable.
The pillows are always great Christmas gifts. Yeah, decorate your room, your bed. They come in a zillion different styles, and yeah, I love to pick out those. Those are fun.
And I've actually heard that you guys take some of this stuff and travel to different schools. Tell me a little about that.
Yes. Okay. So I'm a numbers girl, and I think right now we've done 39 pop-ups. I'm not for sure exactly how many we've done at Purdue, but we're very grateful for our Boilermakers for asking us to come over there. But we have been to University of Illinois, University of Louisville, Indiana, DePaul, Butler, and we're finally making an impact at Ball State next month. Next Friday, we go to University of Louisville to do an 8 sorority pop-up.
That's incredible.
Yes.
You're just traveling all over Indiana.
We love it.
That's
we love
awesome.
It. Yeah.
If people want to find you online and order some stuff, how can they find you?
I'm on Instagram at Rush by 2 Tulips, and then our online is 2tulips.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank
This
you.
is so awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Of course.
Okay.
Music, food, and community fun are coming to downtown Lafayette with a new festival, Star City Nights. Here to tell us all about the event is Nolan Wilhite, the president of the Downtown Lafayette Business Association. Thanks for joining us, Nolan.
Thank you for having me here.
So some of us may remember the old Starry Nights Festival. How does the new Star City Nights connect to that history?
Yeah, so the Star City Nights Festival is very similar in the way that Starry Night connected music, community, and culture all together in one. Just we're taking it and moving it to downtown Lafayette instead of right here in Chauncey Village.
Absolutely. And what can attendees expect at the festival?
They can expect really good live music. Our headliner is national touring band Vacation Manor. They can expect really good food, some amazing vendors, and a creative district where you can leave your mark on downtown Lafayette through interactive art.
Exciting. And what is one specific artist or food stand that you're really excited for?
I'm so excited to have Vacation Manor here in town. That is such a big deal. We don't get big music acts here very often, and to have them and a few other this weekend alone, next weekend alone, I guess, is huge. So I'm really excited to have them. And we have some amazing, those creative district vendors that we're gonna have, and those hands-on art activities are going to be so fun.
And beyond the fun and the food, I hear the festival has teamed up with some local partners to really enhance the experience. Can you tell us a bit about those partnerships?
Yeah, absolutely. A festival this size requires a lot of sponsorship and partnership in the community. So one of those is City Bus. We're going to be doing free shuttle rides to and from Purdue's campus to downtown. No charge for anyone. It doesn't matter if you're a student, if you're not a student. You can take that city bus and you get dropped off right next to the festival and dropped off right in front of the Union.
And why do you think events like these are really important for downtown Lafayette or just the greater Lafayette area?
Absolutely. So I think events like this drive, for one, the economy in downtown is huge. It brings people that maybe wouldn't visit our community downtown, but it also enhances our culture. We're bringing all walks of life into this. We're making sure that everyone feels welcome.
So when and where is Star City Nights happening, and how can people get involved?
Absolutely. Star City Nights is on September 26th. It's a Friday evening. There is no Purdue football game that weekend, and it is 6 p.m. to midnight. It is free attendance, free parking. The parking garages downtown are free on the weekends and in the evenings, so no need to pay for parking or admission. It's free to get in, and we're all set up for vendors and everything, so all you have to do is just come and enjoy your time.
So exciting. Well, it sounds like a really great way to enjoy downtown and to support the local businesses. Again, thanks for joining us, Nolan.
Thank you.
For more information on the festival, please visit the Downtown Lafayette Business Association page at discoverdowntownlafayettein.org. Be sure to mark your calendars and enjoy the fun.
This might look like your typical barn, but it actually represents a ballooning success story. Come on inside so I can show you what I mean. We're here now with Christy Defoe, the owner of Christy's Party Co.
Tell us about this space and where we're at right now.
Yeah, so right now you're in the balloon barn. This is freshly done. This is where I'm storing all of my balloons. This is my office space, and this is also where I'm prepping all the balloons.
It's an expansive space, it's big, and that ties in with the kind of growth you've seen. Tell us about what's happened.
Yeah, this year has been a huge achievement year. We started this journey into moving into this space last year in October, and this barn was built in like 2 months. And this year we're really just appreciating having this space and soaking it in this year.
Balloons are so much fun, so we thought we'd talk to you about what you're noticing in terms of some of the creative ways people are using balloons. Can you walk us through a few?
Yeah, there's so many things people are doing. I just went to a convention like a couple months ago, and the way that people are using balloons is insane and like crazier than I could ever imagine. People are doing things with balloons that I never even thought of. Like, there's corporate events, which I never thought I'd get into starting out. Birthdays are getting crazier. I'm sure you've seen kids' birthdays are kind of like popping off with the creativity. And then also like bid day sorority things is a huge thing right now. People are going off on decorating. I'm sure you can imagine how huge those houses are. They're decorating them from top to bottom, and that's like a huge thing that people are getting into right now in the balloon community.
When we see one of those large-scale creations, how long does it take you to make something like that?
It really just depends. I can tell you when I first started, it took me hours. It took me so many hours, but now that I have more experience, I can throw something pretty quickly together depending on what it is. A column like this would take me forever, but now I'm pretty skilled at doing that. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite balloon creation you've made?
I sure do. I just did an ice cream cone. That was so fun to make. Someone requests something like that. I've never done it before, so it really challenges me to be more creative and figure out a way where I can deliver that to someone and be confident about it.
True artist right there. The last question I have for you, for somebody that's watching at home, maybe a mom who's trying to DIY some balloons, how do we make them last? How do we make them look good?
Yes. So one thing I do want to mention I offer is like grab and go balloon garlands that are a lot smaller in size that could fit in like a van or something like that, or even like a vehicle where you put your seats down. I do offer those, and I give you everything you would need to hang it up. Another thing, if you are buying balloons from somewhere and you're trying to assemble them at home for a birthday party, the best thing I can tell you is underinflate them. People always want to overinflate, and you're gonna get like the really cone shaped on the balloons, but if you underinflate, not only do they look super cute and round, but it's gonna last a lot longer, because if you overexpand it, it might pop, it might shrink, and it won't look as good later on.
All right, we're taking a look right now at some of your beautiful creations. Make sure you check out Christy on Instagram. We also have her contact information right here on your screen.
Crisp air, changing colors, the opportunity to embrace the cozy side of life. We are just days away from the official start of fall, so how can we maximize our seasonal fun? It's time to check in with an expert on all things local, Elise Daniel. Elise is a local influencer and a small business cheerleader. She shares all kinds of area insight on her Instagram account, The Happy Hours. Today, she's sharing some of that with us. Good morning, Elise.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome in. We're so happy to have you back.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back with you all.
So let's begin talking about what's new in town.
There are a ton of great things that are new in town, but we're only going to talk about a couple. One of them that I'm really excited about, it's right up on campus pretty much, is Cube Market. It is a little step into Korea, Japan. You're going to find Korean beauty, trending gifts and little mystery boxes. There's some grocery items in there, but really the big draw for me, and I think for a lot of people, is they have a ramen wall. It is cute and it is full of ramen, different flavors. What is even more fun is that you can select your ramen and then have it made right there in the shop, and then eat it at the window, do a little bit people watching, watch the construction that's going up on Purdue campus. It's just a really exciting place. And then right next door is Pocha, which is a fast casual Korean restaurant. I will say I just visited recently and the food is incredible and excellent, and it's like you don't even have to travel out of Lafayette or West Lafayette to experience something.
So fall is also a lovely time to catch a show. What's happening downtown at Civic Theater?
There is a lot going on at Civic Theater, as always, but a couple of things. One is they have improv classes, and you'll want to check out their website for location, also their social media. The improv classes, they are working with auditions, they are working with clowning around, magic, but what's the big draw here, it's 18 and older, all are welcome, and it's pay what you can. So if you really can't afford to be a part of the improv classes, you can walk in and participate, but it's a really great way to meet new people and also be a part of the community. And then another big thing happening at the theater is Beetlejuice Jr. is coming up, and I am extremely excited about this. The cast, the crew, they are incredible. The voices on these actors, this is a show that you do not want to miss. So I highly recommend checking out your tickets right now on Civic Theater's website. Make sure that you can get some before they're sold out.
Another aspect that I think of when I think of fall is just all of the varieties of farmers markets that we have around here. Can you let us know some more details on what's going on with that?
Yes, so we do have 3 total in the greater Lafayette area. We have one in West Lafayette, one in downtown Lafayette, and then one right up on campus. It's at the Purdue Memorial Mall on Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And this market is fabulous. I just went to recently, but you are going to find fresh produce, fresh flowers, in-season produce from local farmers. And then on top of that, there are artisan and crafts, like baskets, beautiful baskets and jewelry. And then if you're hungry, you're in luck because there are tons of food options along with smoothies, coffee, fresh baked bread, and different restaurants are up there. And then Weah Creek Orchard, this I love because they have their fresh picked apples available there along with their new sparkling apple cider. And typically you can get a little sample as well when you visit.
All this talk about apples and orchards and all things fall is really making me think about Exploration Acres. Can you tell us more about that, Elise?
Yes, Exploration Acres is definitely a go-to, I feel like, for the people in Greater Lafayette and beyond. It's Northwest Indiana's largest corn maze. It's 22 acres, so it's a whole lot of fun for all ages. You'll want to check out their website for pricing. Besides the corn maze, you can also rent a fire pit and just go and take food and spend the day there. But there are so many activities, along with you pick pumpkin patch, tractor rides, all the fall things that really make you feel cozy.
We are feeling so inspired now. Thank you so much, Elise. And don't forget, if you found this helpful at all, Elise is always sharing local fun on her Instagram account. So be sure to connect with her there for more.
Art on the Wabash returns to Tapawingo Park for its 18th year next weekend. The free open-air gallery will feature many local artists alongside live music, food trucks, and family activities. Organizers are excited to carry on this artistic area tradition.
We have a lot of the same volunteers, so we have a lot of continuity. People love this event. They've been, doing it for years, and so we have a really good team.
Visitors will also get to play a role in the event by voting for their favorite artist in the People's Choice Award, and for artists like Rebecca Brody, who have been a part of it since the start. She says the real reward is connecting with the community.
I try to have a little something for everybody, and I think it's just a real adrenaline rush for an artist to meet the public like that.
Art on the Wabash will run between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Sunday the 28th at Tapawingo Park in West Lafayette.
There's a lot to love about living in Greater Lafayette, so why don't we add to that list by talking with a man who knows it well. Joining me now is Lafayette Mayor Tony Roswarski. So good to have you here.
Well, I am thrilled to be with you today, Lindsay. Thank you.
Well, as we head into fall and those cooler months, what are you most excited about?
Well, fall really is my favorite time of year, and it's really kind of neat in the community. We've gotten through summer and fall. The students all come back. The leaves begin to change, and for me personally, football starts. We have lots of activities downtown, and there are a lot of special fun things like Boo at the Zoo, Labor Day in the park, the Feast of the Hunter's Moon. In the fall also, we have a bicentennial concert coming up. We have the Beach Boys coming to Columbian Park, to Loeb Stadium this fall for our bicentennial concert. Downtown is growing. We have lots of projects that have been completed, some still under construction, and a few new things that are getting ready to open. So we're really excited for this fall.
Along with the excitement, what about points of challenge? What does the city have its eye on right now?
Well, as you know, couple months ago now, West Lafayette, Greater Lafayette was ranked the fastest growing metro in the United States. So, with growth, that's a good thing. I mean, if you're not growing and you're retracting in the global economy, that is not good. So growth is important to us, but it does, present its challenges with infrastructure when you look at water, roads, stormwater, wastewater, making sure that we have park facilities to accommodate that. So we're doing a lot of that work right now. We're spending right now about $100 million on water and wastewater and things at our Renew facility that will open up about 5,400 acres for additional development in the city of Lafayette over time, about 1,000 acres immediately, and then we can build on that. Park East Boulevard, that final segment will open this fall, so we're excited about that too. It'll be another route that will hopefully take some pressure off 26 and off Creasy. We also just recently opened our newest city park on the south side of Lafayette. We partnered with the Woodfield Village subdivision. They kind of had a private park in there and it needed some furbishing, so we reached an agreement where we fixed it all up. It's really, really nice, but it's open to the whole public now. Any Lafayette citizens welcome to go over there. We also just finished up all of the improvements to McCall Park, almost $5 million. We doubled a number of pickleball courts. Pickleball is very, very positive now. We did work around the park, put in a new dog park. Before that, we put in a new playground. We added 126 parking spaces. So a lot of infrastructure work that's going on. And then, of course, how do you pay for all of that? With Senate Bill 1 is going to change, municipal financing in Indiana. And so we're adjusting to some of those changes that we come to see taking place.
I want to go back to the bicentennial for a moment because that is such a big deal. Why was it so important to make a big splash with that?
Well, I think when you're celebrating 200 years, that really is a milestone. And I think it's important for people to understand their past, their present, and know where the community's going in the future, because there are ways that it is all linked together, right? Whether you're talking about river traffic, the Wabash and Erie Canal, or how we handle 21st century logistics in a global economy with Subaru and Caterpillar. The Bicentennial Committee just knocked it out of the park with all the different events we've had involving businesses, schools, and ice cream and beer, and you name it. We've touched every part of the community in some way, and we're going to finish that up with the big concert in September, and then a significant piece of art that will be on the banks of the Wabash that will be at 9th and South Street. It's 22 feet tall. You'll be able to walk under it. It's lit at night.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And for a full listing of everything going on with the Bicentennial, just head to Lafayette200.com.
If you have a story you'd like to see in our next episode of Life on the Wabash, send us an email, connect with us on Instagram, or subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Your voice will help drive the show, and we're eager to hear from you. Here's when you can find us next. Until then, we encourage you to explore more and have a happy Saturday.
Brought to you in partnership with Purdue University Brian Lamb School of Communication and NBC 16 Lafayette, a Star City TV station.